Welcome. Julie Jacky here, your EFT practitioner and coach. Guess what we're doing? Some more tapping. Tonight we are tapping on gossip. Yep, gossip. Why would we want to tap on gossip? Because it's not something that is good for us to do and actually can be quite damaging when we gossip. It's almost like we get this little quick high when we gossip sometimes, and sometimes we get this cringe inside when we do it. And that cringe inside is giving you a little bit of information that is not, hey Celine, welcome. That it's not in our best interest to do it, and like that's your intuition letting you know, hey, you're off course a little bit here. So tonight as we tap on gossip, I'm just trying to pull up so I have a double screen and I can see everybody's comments here. So excuse me while I look away for just a second and make sure I just pulled up the double screen because the comments aren't showing again for some reason. There we go. Okay, thank you. So, grab your pen and paper. We have some work to do. Because if you think about gossip, think about that there's some probably good feelings in there. Like sometimes we are excited and happy to be in the know. And sometimes there's yucky feelings in there, especially when we find out people are gossiping about us. Or like I mentioned, that when we cringe inside, like, oh, I don't really want to be in this conversation. So those are times that there's different emotions and sensations in our body around gossip. And even though there's some good emotions, right? Like we get excited, it doesn't mean it's good. And so we just want to clear out the emotions that we do have around it, so you can start making some purposeful decisions about what conversations you want to participate in. So I'm glad that you guys are here, and we're going to go ahead and get started with a quick meditation and get us grounded and connected and call in resources to help us. And then I'm going to take you through an exercise. You're going to need a pen and paper, so be sure to have that with you. As I have a list of things, and you're going to write some stuff down. And then, of course, as we usually do, we'll take some measurements, and then we'll have time to tap as well. So go ahead and put your feet on the ground and take a deep breath in. And let that out. And close your eyes. Take another deep breath in. And I just want you to feel your seat on the chair or wherever you're sitting. And just sink into that. And give yourself full permission to be here now to do that work. Go ahead and take another deep breath in. And let that out. And as you have your feet on the floor, just press them to the ground a bit. I want you to just feel the connection to the ground and feel your seat in the chair so you feel your connection there. And take another deep breath in. And tonight we have this beautiful white light that is coming in to surround us and be with us here tonight and help us individually and collectively as we work on tapping on gossip. And help us to see what we're doing and what damage it could cause, and help us open our eyes to see how we do want to behave, and help us clear out any emotions that are negative or positive or good or bad attached to the desire to gossip or not gossip, and just help us have the perfect information come in tonight. So just take another deep breath in and let that out. And I want you individually to call in a resource from a different dimension, whether it's angel or God or Jesus or your healing team or a guide. And if you're not sure, that's okay. I'm going to call in some team for us to help support us. And so I just want you to feel supported with whatever your beliefs are and who might support you, and have that extra energy for us here collectively. Just take another deep breath in and stay nice and present and grounded, and feel your seat in the chair and your feet on the floor. And I'd like to call in all resources and all dimensions that would be here to serve us in our best and highest good. Specifically, I'd like to call in Archangels Michael and Raphael. I'd like to call in Jesus of Nazareth. He always protects us and only allows in light and resources that are here to serve us for our best and highest good. I'd also like to call in our healing teams and guides, and anybody else that whoever's participating right now as we do this live, and whoever is participating on the replays, whoever would be here to support all of those people as well. And just take another deep breath in and let that out. And I'd like you to think about what intention you can set for our time together as we're clearing out this gossip. Maybe it's just to be open or have a new awareness come in. Whatever that is for you, I'm going to set the intention for us collectively as a group that we clear out what isn't serving us, so we can be our most authentic and true selves and be the loving people that we each want to be, and help us contribute positively to the world through our communication. Go ahead and take another deep breath in and let that out. And I'd like you to take your hands and rub them together and bring them up over your eyes and spread your fingers apart. Open up your eyes. Slowly move your hands away and come back into the room wherever you are. All right. Hello, Patty. Hello, Bindi. I'm glad you guys are here joining us. Awesome. So if you haven't already grabbed a pen and paper, you're going to want to do that. We're going to get right into this stuff, this yucky stuff. So I'm going to read a list of different statements. And I want you to write down the ones that resonate with you. And resonate, often we think of resonate as, oh, I really feel connected to that. But I also want you to pay attention to what you feel a little bit charged about, or resonate kind of in a wrong way. That sounds funny to say, but with this gossip stuff, there's a reverse, because we have a good feeling sometimes when we gossip. And gossip is really harmful and damaging. And so that good feeling doesn't actually serve us in that instance. We want to have a good feeling when we're communicating in a way that really honors us and other people. And so there's just that little sensation, like a little high or a little ego trip or something that we get sometimes when we gossip. And so when I say these statements to you, I really want you to pay attention to that, and pay attention to the ones that you're kind of embarrassed to admit, because those are the ones where you have deeper stuff to clear out. And we really want to, since we're taking time to do this, we really want to clear it out. So be honest with yourself, okay? So go ahead, grab your pen and paper, take a deep breath in, and get ready to be real. I'm going to say these statements and want you to pay attention to how they resonate and write them down when they resonate with you, okay? I love gossip. Just notice if that's true for you or not, and if it is, go ahead and write it down. And if you say, well, I don't love it, but I do like it, then write down, I like gossip. Sometimes we get clarity in the statement through the contrast. So if you're like, well, I don't really love it, but I do kind of like it. So write down what's true for you. The statements that I'm giving you are to help you figure out what is inside of you, and it'll have little ideas flutter up in your head, little thoughts, little phrases. Okay, so the next one is, I love to hear gossip. Just notice, is that true for you? No judgment of yourself here, okay? Just, this is information. You're doing yourself a service by being here and working through this and telling yourself the truth. So don't judge yourself and beat yourself up. It just is whatever it is, okay? I like to know what's going on in people's lives, even though it isn't my business. I like to know what's going on in people's lives, even though it isn't my business. I just repeated it because it was a long one. I feel important when I gossip. Think about that. I feel important because I know information that somebody else doesn't know, and I'm sharing it with them. So I'm important because I know this. You know that sensation. Just notice if that's true for you. I feel like my life is better, or I'm better than them. So when you're gossiping with other people and like you're saying, oh my God, can you believe this? Sometimes that makes us feel better about ourselves. So notice if that's true for you. I feel in the know when I participate in gossip about others. Just notice if that's true for you. I feel in the know when I participate in gossip about others. Okay. The next one, it makes me feel better about myself if other people have bad stuff going on in their lives. I'll say it again. It makes me feel better about myself if other people have bad stuff going on in their lives. Next one, I hate gossip. So it's possible to love gossip and hate gossip too. Because we don't like it when people gossip about us, right? Because gossip usually isn't good. Like they aren't going, oh my God, she's so awesome. Like people aren't always doing that, right? When people are talking behind other people's backs, it isn't necessarily the good stuff, right? So it's possible that we hate gossip, especially when it's about ourselves or about a good friend, and it's possible to love gossip. So just notice that. Gossip makes me sick. If that's true for you, go ahead and write it down. The next one is, I feel like I'm gonna throw up when I hear people gossiping. Now, if you don't feel like you're going to throw up, but you're like, well, my stomach hurts or my throat tightens, just notice that and write down what's true for you, okay? It's so hurtful to gossip. It's destructive and even manipulative to gossip. I hate when I'm the topic of gossip. I hate when people gossip about someone I care about. Just keep writing down what's true for you. It's so easy to gossip. It's fun to gossip. I don't know if I can stop gossiping. What would I talk about instead? When I'm really honest with myself, I realize I gossip a lot. I don't mean to gossip. So just notice all that you wrote down. So there's more on the list, but let's get into, like, I pulled out the juicy ones, and let's get into reading back your page. We're going to get some tapping time in here. So go back and read through what you wrote. And I want you to circle the top 3 on the page that you're most charged about. So whatever you feel the worst about or the most excited about, just notice the emotions coming up. Like, notice what's most intense for you. And so I want you to circle the top 3. And Heather wrote, my statements that resonated. I hate gossip. Gossip makes me sick. My throat tightens when people gossip. It's destructive, manipulative. Gossip hurts. I hate when I'm the topic of gossip. Well, it's good, Heather, that you have this to type in so you can come back when you need to see it. That's good. So notice that hate is a really strong word, right? Hate, we don't want hate in our body. So even though we're hating gossip because gossip isn't good, we can get to a place where we're indifferent about it and we don't have that negative emotion around it. And so although, like, these statements that you have, I hate gossip, it's destructive and manipulative, just notice, and it's purposeful I did this, I came up with these statements, one, because they're, when I was doing a tapping group, these are all different things that people said in the group, but 2, because there's so much yucky stuff around gossip, just hating it. That's a big deal. So pick out the top 3. Okay? And now I want you to tune into the top 3 that you circled, and I want you to notice which one is most intense for you. Which one is the most intense? And I want you to put a star by it. And most intense means either you feel it in your body more than anything else, or an emotion is coming up really intensely more than the other phrases. So that's what we're looking for, the one that excites you or angers you the most or upsets you the most, or where you feel the sensation the most in your body, okay? Now, I want you to rate the top phrase, okay, on a scale of 0 to 10. So I want you to do a couple things. I want you to tune into the emotion that you're feeling around it. What is it? And I'm just going to throw a bunch of stuff out there so you can figure out what emotion you're feeling. I'm embarrassed. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm disgusted. Like, notice how you're feeling. Notice the emotion. I want you to notice the sensation in your body as well. So when you figure out the emotion, maybe it's anger. Notice, where is that? Is it in your chest? Is it in your throat? Where is it? And now I want you to rate both the emotion and where you feel it in your body on a scale of 0 to 10. 0, you don't feel it at all. 10 is super intense. So Celine, angry and anxiety, I want you to rate them on a scale of 0 to 10. How intense is the angry and how intense is the annoyed? 0, you don't feel it at all. 10, it's super intense. You guys' comments are falling off here, so I cannot see more than 4 comments at a time. So I missed some of what you wrote. So good awareness, like there's a lot of emotions and sensations coming up around this gossip stuff, right? Okay, good. You guys have great awareness around this. So now we're going to start tapping. If you guys could put back in here the phrases, just the one phrase that's most intense for you, we're going to tap on those phrases. So I know there's a few people in here, and if you can all put your phrase, that would be awesome. We'll tap on that, okay? All right. We're going to go, oh, here I can scroll the comments, but not very far. Okay. I hate it when people gossip about me. My throat tightens. It's destructive. There's a lot of stuff coming up. This is good, you guys. All right, we're going to start tapping right on the top of the head. And I just want you to tune into the sensations in your body. Heather, I see what you said. It's the destructive and manipulative one. I just put that screen down. Let me find it again here. It's destructive and even manipulative to gossip, is the statement. All right. I want you to lean into the sensations that are going on in your body right now, because you guys have a lot of intensity going on. So just lean in and allow yourself to feel what's coming up for you. Just lean in and feel it, because oftentimes we want to avoid it, ignore it, push it away, pretend it doesn't exist, and I want you to feel it. Move to the inside of the eye and keep feeling it. And I'm going to start with a little argument here, okay? So just follow along with me. I love to gossip. I love gossip. Under I, no I don't. I hate gossip. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Under nose, I hate gossip. It makes me feel sick. Crease and chin, I love gossip. I love to hear gossip, and I love to gossip about others. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Collarbone, no I don't. I don't like to gossip. And I don't feel good when I do. And I don't feel good when I hear other people gossip. Underarm. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Top of head. It makes me sick when people gossip. Inside eye, I really want you to pay attention to the sensation that you're feeling in your body and lean in and feel it. Just notice, is it in the same place or did it shift somewhere else? Move to the outside of the eye. And notice the intensity. Is it the same intensity? Did it go up? Did it go down? Did it stay the same? Just notice what's going on. Under eye. I feel all this anxiety around gossip. Under nose, all this anxiety. Crease and chin. Celine, I see that you just wrote it makes me sad. So I want you to lean in and feel the sad feeling And I also want to tell you that you're on the way to moving to the better feeling place. Usually sadness is the last emotion on the negative emotional scale that we feel before we move to the better feeling place. So allow yourself to feel the sadness. Okay? Allow yourself to lean in and feel that sadness. And everybody else, lean in and feel whatever is coming up for you. If you're still feeling anxious, if you're still feeling achy, Heather, centralized all to throat, same intensity, but other stuff gone. My left leg spot is intense behind the knee. So just notice that. And left leg, the left side of our body is the feminine side. Move to underarm. And so I just want you to notice if a female pops up in your mind right now, as you're thinking and tapping here, just notice if there's a female that that pops up in your mind that maybe is a cause of gossip or has gossip about you or has been hurtful in some way. And tap ahead. So notice that you're annoyed. Lean into the sensations. You guys, it's so important when we're tapping to feel the sensations that are coming up. So lean into them and feel wherever they are in your body. And it's important to speak out loud. Inside eye. Okay, Heather. So that's why it's coming up behind your knee, because of the severe instances in the past around females. Outside eye. So just, isn't it interesting? That's where your body is storing that. And I don't know how long ago that was, and if you had any knee pain back then, like if it was in junior high or high school, if anything happened with your left knee back in school, just notice that. Maybe something will pop up in your head. But it's always all correlated in some way, shape, or form. Under eye. So keep leaning into the sensations that are going on in your body. So Heather, I see that you wrote feel more blah versus intense. So although blah is better than like angry or super anxious, right? It's still blah. And we want to move to a better feeling place. Under nose, chronic still knee pain, last few years, same time period. Okay. Yep. So there's always emotions stored in our body somewhere. And when we have stuff come up in life, crease and chin, when we have situations with people, when we have things going on in our own lives, if even thoughts that we think about ourselves, it's stored somewhere in our body, all those emotions. And so they show up in different places. And move to collarbone. When they're showing up, it's your body trying to communicate with you and tell you to pay attention because something is off. And it's tried to get your attention before, but now it's doing something so you feel it more intensely to get your attention, right? So there's always something connected. Whenever you have pain in your body, there's always something going on in your life. There's always emotion behind it. Somehow, some way, and we can always uncover that. Move to underarm. All right. And I'm going to have you stop tapping here and take a deep breath in and let that out. And I want you to go back to your paper and notice what you wrote down. You had 3 that you'd circled, and then you had the 1 that was most intense that you starred. And I want you to look back at your page and notice, do you still feel the same? Like, are they the same intensity or did they shift? And pay attention to the top one, because that's the one that we were rating and measuring. And so pay attention to it, say it out loud, and notice how you feel in your body about it now. Go ahead and do that. And so notice how you feel in your body, and I want you to rate that body sensation on a scale of 0 to 10. 0, you don't feel it at all. 10, it's super intense. You're somewhere on that scale. And I want you to say the statement out loud one more time. And I want you to notice the emotion behind it. Are you angry? Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you sad? Just notice what's coming up for you. And I want you to rate the intensity of that as well on a scale of 0 to 10. 0, you don't feel it at all. 10, it's super intense. You're somewhere on that scale with the emotion. And so if you want to put in here whatever is coming up for you, that is also your homework, because somehow the time has already gone by. So Heather, I see left leg is to a 7, throat and all other gone. Okay, so there's a lot going on in your left leg, and even though it's shifting, there's more deeper stuff in there, because you said this has been going on for a while. So you can keep tapping and focusing on the pain and the sensation of what's going on in your left knee, and that's going to take you kind of on a longer trail. To focus on the gossip part of this, continue with tapping on sad and noticing where your body calms down around that, and notice what else pops in your head around gossip. And then when you get back to a place where you can watch the replay, you can put this on paper for yourself as well, and notice what comes up, because it'll be related to that stuff you have going on in your left leg. Celine, you're calmer. You're at a 5. So good that you're calmer. And 5 isn't where we want to land. We want to get to a 0. That's our goal every single time. Because why leave any negative stuff in your body when we can tap a few more minutes and get it out? So I want you to keep tapping and clear that stuff out. And so for everybody else that is on here, same thing. Your homework is to tap on what you wrote down. You can tap on the sensations that you're feeling. You can tap on the emotions. You can say the phrase over and over. You can argue with it. You can, and by argue I mean, I love to gossip. No, I don't. I hate it. Yes, I do like it. It feels good sometimes because I feel like I'm in the know. No, I hate it. I hate it. I always walk away and I feel so horrible. Like, have an argument with yourself on it. Okay? So just really get into this and allow yourself to dig deep and do this work and get this out of your body. And then after you've worked on that, I'm going to put this in here. Going forward, you can say new things. You can decide in a different way how to communicate. And so I put in the message here, pause before you speak and ask yourself these 3 questions. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? So those 3 questions you can ask yourself when you pause before you speak will help you just let that linger in your heart for a moment when you're asking that and you're pausing, and it'll help you decide if you are going to continue saying what you are thinking. We all want to be better people. We all want to strive to be our best possible selves. And so this information will help you be able to do that. It's just a matter of remembering to do it. And so sometimes we'll fall off the wagon. And, you know, the most important thing is just to get back on. Get back on the wagon. And We're going to fall off many times. Sometimes we fall off to the side. Sometimes we completely fall off. Sometimes we just need to upgrade ourselves. Like sometimes the fall off isn't really a fall off. It's just a lean into the side kind of thing. We just need to correct ourselves and love ourselves as we're doing it. Like we don't need to beat ourselves up with it. So just notice your own behaviors and say, I don't want to do that, and decide what you want to do. So those 3 questions will help you be a gauge. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. Feel free to watch this again. The questions I posted, let's see, I'll post the questions in here so you can see what the questions are that I was asking. Actually, I'm going to post a link to my blog. All the questions are on there, and that will help you as well. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being with me. I hope that you have a super great evening. I don't know how to get out of, oh, here it is. My Facebook is really weird tonight, but their eyes changing stuff. So anyways, I hope that you take time to continue tapping on this so you can really clear that out and have more authentic and loving and kind conversations, and even be able to react to people in a different way if you're feeling them gossip about you too. Okay, you guys, thank you. I'll see you soon.